Welcome aboard, Sea of Friends, your weekly Sea of Thieves voyage. I'm Last Call for Lunch,
I'm Miss Lunch Lady.
I'm Darkest Warhawk.
and today we're talking all about Sea of Thieves, A Pirate's Life update. I don't know about you guys, but I am super stoked.
So stoked.
I haven't been this excited for a video game since like the week before Sea of Thieves launched.
I just love seeing you this excited.
And not in a million years that I ever think this would be a thing. So, Pirates of the Caribbean coming to Sea of Thieves.
It really seems like such a natural pair.
It really does. I mean, Jack Sparrow, let's bring it. I mean, he is the OG pirate that we're all used to and have grown up with.
It's true.
And I like, so during the E3 presentation, like the Sea of Thieves trailer started, I was like, oh sweet, they are showing something for Sea of Thieves. And there was a lot going on at my house, so I didn't really hear the music at the beginning. Like the Yo-Ho Yo-Ho Pirates Life for me. And it wasn't until, even like they show, Calypso. And I was like, oh look, a new character. Cool. Like it didn't, again, the accent and the voice didn't dawn on me. And then they go down and you see like a character in a cage wagging a stick at a dog who has keys in his mouth. And again, my first thought was, hey, it's just like Pirates of the Caribbean. Like it's just like the movie. Like it's an homage. And then he spoke and I lost my shit.
And he started crying.
I cried. I bawled. No, I didn't. I stood there with my mouth agape and my hands over my head.
Now, it was a perfect introduction because that whistle, I mean, you don't even have to see the Pirates of the Caribbean movie. As obviously, as you know, that's built off of the ride, so to say, at Disney. So to just hear the whistle and then to your point, the transition into him wagging the bone, trying to get the dog's attention, and the dog gets scared just like in the movie and runs away, and you see him standing there. I was dumbfounded myself. I had no idea that it was linking up with this.
I don't think anybody saw this coming. Like, I don't think a single person, besides the people who were working on it, knew this was happening.
And if anyone says they knew, they're a liar.
Like if you had something to put money on in 2021, it was not that Pirates of the Caribbean was teaming up with Sea of Thieves.
No, 100%. But it's a great segue for it. I mean, it's a great way to extend maybe the tall tales or whatnot. It's a great way to just, as we've all talked about, reignite this franchise. Crazy thing going on 3 years, and there's still the same excitement. You know, as you mentioned, Lunch, at the beginning, like when it first launched. It's that whole excitement gone. You know, come back. I mean, looking on and logging on myself, the servers are full again, and people are out and having fun. So it's exciting to see what it's going to bring.
And it's and you see, especially if you hang out in the community and follow the community, like everyone is just so excited. Well, I'm not gonna say everyone, because there are a lot of people on the forums who are like, "F this."
What?
That makes no sense to me.
That blows my mind.
Yeah, I agree. If you haven't if you haven't heard it yet, check out episode 1, Being Discouraged. But that is not something that I would expect either. I mean, this is something that we all kind of know and love and know the story, but how Sea of Thieves brings it out and remakes it within the game, I think it's going to be truly incredible. So for the naysayers out there, I mean, I guess just wait and see what it has to offer, and let's see if you say nay then.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite games, or is my favorite game. Not one of my. This is my all-time favorite game, Sea of Thieves, and one of my favorite franchises. Like I probably watch like Pirates of the Caribbean like once a month.
Oh yeah, easily. But I also really do feel like this is a natural pair. I mean, and they have said from the beginning that they took a lot of inspiration from Pirates of the Caribbean. So I think it lends itself to this pairing, this mashup, really well.
It's not just like a side quest or a side thing. Like it's now officially part of the world of Sea of Thieves going forward. Now, whether they continue with a lot of Pirates of the Caribbean stuff or it's just like a one-off thing, but now you know the worlds are connected, you know. And then the one thing I told Bill this earlier today, our characters, our virtual selves, are now part of the Pirates of the Caribbean universe.
Oh my god.
Right? Mind blown.
What?
I could be, Captain Lunch could be in Pirates of the Caribbean 10. The Knights of the Lunch Table show up in Pirates of the Caribbean 23.
I love it.
I mean, if you were waiting for the opportune moment, Savvy, I had to say it.
He just sneaks it in there. Love it.
It was good. It worked. It fit. So I wanted to read some things off about this crossover. And this is from the YouTube announcement trailer on the Sea of Thieves page. This is the description. Split across 5 incredible tall tales packed with secrets and side quests. Sea of Thieves, A Pirate's Life sees Captain Jack Sparrow sailing in from beyond the horizon to sweep players into an epic new adventure. Free Jack from his prison and witness the power of the world's greatest pirate treasure, which he just so happens to have stolen, before joining him on an unforgettable quest to stop dark forces from dominating the pirate paradise. This loving crafted story will be available to play alone or with a crew and will be a free update for all players with the arrival of Sea of Thieves Season 3 on June 22nd. And so not only was it like, here's an announcement, here's what we're going to show you, the biggest update since the year 1 anniversary update, but it's coming next week.
Yeah, it's crazy to believe it's a week away, and they just announced it. I mean, usually, again, on these E3 updates, and, you know, I think Xbox Bethesda's done such a great job. You know, all their stuff is coming out relatively soon. You've seen a few things coming out 2022, but, you know, this is happening now, and a lot of their other things are happening right in line, and it's just incredible that they already have it done. They've been working on it, and here it is right away. The excitement doesn't have to build over. It's not like Christmas is a month away. It's in a week, and we're so close to it.
And to know that this has been going on the whole time, like, you know, this has been going on. They've been working on this. Like, it's so sneaky.
Yeah, a few hours after the announcement, Joe Neate, who's like the executive producer on the game, posted a picture on Twitter of Mike Chapman, who's the game director, from the day they pitched the idea to Disney, which was January of 2020. And then in an article, they said they actually had this idea and brought it to one of like the guys who like runs Pixar Disney games right after E3 2019. So they've been working on this for a long time.
Yeah, and it's genius. I mean, you think about how you can rebuild your, not even rebuild, but refresh your franchise without making another movie necessarily, which could be coming, I don't know, Disney. Hit me up. But it's that, and now you can also broaden out your audience with this in a new captivating way, and I'm excited.
Yeah, I hope that it invigorates fans of the movies to maybe try this game. If they're fans of the movies but like don't play Sea of Thieves, I hope that they try it.
And can we talk about too how it's free? It's free update for everybody that has it. Like, Rare has done such a great job with Sea of Thieves and bringing it out and truly building upon it. I mean, how many games can you say that you've played over a 3-year time and constantly played it? That's incredible. I mean, I've only been in the game now for a couple months, but just to think about other people that can still enjoy this, I was so kind of upset that I haven't known this game, you know, for the entirety of it, because it just sucks you in when you get in there.
And I also want to point out that their updates have been free for like a year and a half before they added a microtransaction store. So not once did they ever charge anybody for anything content-wise that they added.
Yeah, hats off to you, Rare.
So later that day, there was an article posted on Variety where they had talked to like Joe Neate and Mike Chapman and Craig Duncan and stuff a few days prior, and they showed them a bunch of stuff and told them a lot of things about the game. And there are a few things that like stuck out to me. One of the things is ever since the trailer, a lot of people have been asking like, is that Johnny Depp? Is Johnny Depp doing the voice of Jack Sparrow? I knew this before I read the article, but no, Johnny Depp has never done any of the voice acting for Jack Sparrow outside the movies. So like any of the video games or anything like that. It's never been Johnny Depp. But the guy that plays Gibbs in the movie is Gibbs
That's
in
him?
Sea of Thieves. Yeah, that is him.
I'd say that one was pretty spot on. I think the Jack Sparrow voice was pretty spot on too, but that Gibbs voice, and then to see him in the trailer as well, pretty exciting again. Just how they're bringing it all together.
And one of the things they were saying was that they actually brought on like Johnny Depp's main stunt double for Pirates of the Caribbean to actually like get the swagger and the movements and everything down just right. And like, you know, what would Jack Sparrow do in this situation? How would he present himself? How would he stand? How would he walk? How would he move? That's really cool.
Definitely. I mean, they're obviously taking it seriously, and they're partnering in with Disney. I mean, they've got to close all the books on it. So, I'm excited to even know that. I didn't know that before, and just to see and see how that goes into the video game itself is going to be interesting, and again bring back that nostalgia a little bit about the series.
Well, and it's exciting to see that Disney really like respects Sea of Thieves. Like they're putting their all behind this too. They're not just like, you know how sometimes you would see like you see movies like that go straight to VHS and VHS, that shows my age, straight to DVD. And there's just like not as much effort put into it. Like I feel like that could easily have been this crossover, and it's not.
I can't, like, that's all I've been thinking about. Like, the guy who sits near me at work, he walked in yesterday and I was like, did you see the E3 showcase? And he was like, no, but I'm sure you're about to talk about Sea of Thieves.
I get it. It's super exciting. I can't wait until next Tuesday. But I also think it's going to be a shit show on the seas.
So thankfully I will be at work when the servers go live and the update happens, so I won't have to hopefully we won't have to deal with the servers crashing and all this.
Yeah, I'll be watching a famous streamer hopefully during that time to see what it's all about. But at the same time, I also don't want necessarily spoilers. I want to enjoy the moment. So maybe I won't and just watch it and play with you guys.
I don't think I'm gonna watch that day. Like, I want to see it as soon as I can, but I also want to go in blind and just experience it.
Yeah, I don't think I can watch. Especially if like I don't know if we know yet that the enemies are secluded just to the tall tales, or if these new enemies are in the free gameplay, you know what I mean, like the open part of the game.
Mm-hmm.
So if the enemies are just in the tall tales and streamers go out and start tall tailing it up on Tuesday, I don't want spoilers for the tall tales.
Yeah, me neither. That's what I want to do. I want to get in there. I want to start that first tall tale and just hang out with Jack Sparrow, because that's another thing. That's another thing. You had mentioned this before we hit record, Bill, about like what could be going on, and will he be popping up here and there and just being a guide for us? This is from the Variety article. He will be on your ship, part of the crew.
Wow.
Part of the crew.
Let's
Jack
go.
Sparrow's gonna be
That's
taking.
insane.
He's gonna be taking orders from lunch. Do you think this is gonna bring a lot of? I think this is gonna bring a lot of new players to the game. People who have really haven't had any interest but love the movies are gonna now give it a
So I guess it sounds like then, not to put this in there, but drop right here. Maybe y'all, if you need to check it out, the game Last Call for Lunch might be streaming next week, and you might be able to get a little bit in there. If you grab your popcorn.
This is true. Last Call for Lunch and the Knights of the Lunch Table, we will be live on Twitch playing the game. You only get to see my beautiful mug, but you'll get to hear their beautiful voices. But that leaves another question I had, was like, is it going to bring a lot of new players? And how many of those new players will stay? Because, like, my friend who said I might jump back in, I know he's not going to stay because if you don't like the routine of the game itself, I don't think it's going to be enough to keep you after you do the Tall Tales.
But
I hope we get some good rewards.
Oh, there's going to be good rewards.
Like, I watched the trailer quite a few times throughout the day, and then, you know, towards the end of the day we start relaxing, and that's when I showed Case the trailer, and I didn't even think about it. She was like, we better get that compass. And I was like, well, I didn't even think of the compass. Yes.
I didn't either. I was just thinking dreadlocks and the hat possibly, but the compass, yeah.
And then
or what if that's what we follow around in the Tall Tale? Because the compass doesn't show you north, south, east, and west. It shows you what you desire most.
And not all treasure is silver and gold, mate.
Oh, shit. Of everything that you saw in the trailer, all the new stuff, what are you the most excited about? Or what excited you the most when you saw it in the trailer?
crab monsters. The ocean crawlers. We've had the ocean crawlers set for a while, weapons and ship, you know. Now we're getting the actual ocean crawlers. I want to fight one. I want to see if they actually come burrow through the sand like it did and it popped out.
Yeah, that looks like it would be an interesting element. So for those that maybe have or just saw the trailer, there's two enemy types that appeared, at least to us. Well, maybe three, but two of the main ones are going to be the crab people and the mermaids. It looks like the mermaids are out for revenge for us stealing all of their breaking their statues and taking their treasure, their gems. So
I blame
those
Duke.
are two.
Also the spectral.
Oh yeah, the ghost pirates.
But
Are they ghost pirates or pirate ghosts? That's a South Park reference.
the thing that blew my mind, the moment for me that like brought tears to my eyes, was seeing Davy Jones's ship come up out of the ocean.
Oh my God! I even told myself, like, next talk about Davy Jones, and then I went on a different tangent.
I just lost my mind. I was like, because you watch it in the movies, right? You watch it in the theater, but like, you're never going to be closer than a movie screen to actually interacting with it. Shit, I've ridden both rides, and you still aren't going to be like, I feel like this is actually going to be more interactive. This is going to be the most true to, like, if I could be in a Pirates of the Caribbean movie, it's going to feel like it in this game.
No, I agree. I'm going to have to attach a heart rate monitor myself and let you know if I'm still alive, because my heart beats when a Meg comes up or a Skelly ship. I can't imagine the drums or the music or what's going to happen when that hits. And I imagine if it's anything like the movies possibly, or even the trailer a little bit. If you saw, it sounds like we're going to be in a storm and it's going to hit and your heart's going to drop, and that glorious ship is just going to be coming out of the water, and you're going to be like, oh my goodness, here we go.
And it's funny because we kind of already have that moment, right? Like, the Skelly ships are obviously an homage to Davy Jones, the Flying Dutchman. The way the Skelly ships come out of the water when they spawn on you. But now we're going to have that with the actual Flying Dutchman.
Right. It's going to be, I think, it's going to be incredible. I'm looking forward to just that first time remembering that feeling when it pierces the water, and you know that it's go time. There's no more stocking up, a 1055, anything of that nature. Like, you're in it, and it's time to go.
And Jack Sparrow's on your ship.
I can't wait to stream this so I have our
Yeah.
reactions
Yeah.
just forever.
Yeah, thank goodness they saved those in the VODs, and we can revisit that memory over and over again. And
Yeah.
hopefully I don't scream too much like a girl.
I think
But the other thing is you're gonna cry.
I'm going to be crying the whole time.
So I think this is gonna be the first stream where you shed tears.
Yeah.
I was to say, are you going to become the chest of sorrows over here? Like, I'm not scooping your tears out of the boat.
I am, dude. I will. Speaking of chest of sorrow, real quick, I saw a video the other day. I showed Casey. A dude made a working chest of sorrows for his garden outside.
Oh my goodness, that's incredible.
It's pretty epic.
But that was the like I'm still like I still can't get over like the fact that like I didn't see it coming 30 seconds in. I still didn't see it. And I feel like if I would have heard that music at the beginning, I would have known right away. But I was like me and the kid were watching Avatar, the James Cameron movie, not The Last Airbender. And then I turned it off to start the E3 presentation. He was like, "What are you doing? What the movie?" And I was like, "Oh, we're gonna watch this. This is where they show us all the new video games." And he was like, "Ooh, okay." And then Sea of Thieves, the word Sea of Thieves came on, and he was like, "I thought you said new video games." And so I was trying to explain to him, like, "No, this is new for the Sea of Thieves." And by then, the music had already gone by, and we were already into the trailer. So that's gonna be it for this week, everybody. Let us know what you think. If you listen to this before the update, let us know what you think is gonna happen. What maybe some rewards or what you want to see, what you hope. We will be back next week talking about what we got right. You know, with the few predictions that we had, and our initial thoughts on it. Which is gonna, as right now, I'm gonna tell you all. We're gonna talk about how much we love it.
It might be a two-parter then.
Yeah.
It might be. It might need to be.
Episodes 3 and 4 are going to be how much we love this crossover update.
All right, y'all.
Until next time, I'm Last Call for Lunch.
I'm Miss Lunch Lady.
And I'm Darkest Warhawk. Bring me that horizon.